Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to talk getting started with Warhammer 40,000 Boarding Patrol, and today we're going to take a look at the Chaos Space Marines, but in specific the Cult of the Arkifane, the rules of which just been made free to download from warhammercommunity.com to create a cultist based army that worships Vashtor, the Forge King. Now, in this video, we're going to go through mustering a border patrol for Vashtor's followers and look at some rules adaptations that we have for them, before looking at the units we can use to build this army out of, and finally finishing the video with a little sample army list of 500 points, the standard size game for a boarding action game, for you to use some inspiration for starting your own boarding patrol force. Now, to begin with, mustering a boarding patrol. First of all units must have the Cult of the Arkifane keyword, and in all cases of the Legion keyword, you replace this with the Cult of the Arkifane keyword. Now, you can include up to 2 HQ and up to 2 character models in your force, though one must be a Dark Commune, and generally they'll both be Dark Communes if you do so. You can include up to 3 additional troop slots in your force, but you can only include cultist units, and you can also include any number of cultist units, however, though battlefield roles slots permitting, in your force. You can't include more accursed cultist units than you have cultist mob units. You cannot give your warlord an enhancement. Instead, you select a techno-arcane blessing for your army, which are special enhancements for this particular faction. And when forming boarding squads, you don't split any of your units into separate units. Rules adaptation wise is pretty simple. The warp time psychic power will have a warp charge value of 9. Other than that, let's go check out the different units that make up the Cult of the Arkifane. And so, the Cult of the Arkifane. First of all, the first unit to talk about is the Dark Commune. This is the HQ option we have for cultists available to us. Now, this unit is made up of 1 Cult Demagogue, 1 Mind Witch, 1 Iconarch, and 2 Blessed Blades. Now, to start with, the Cult Demagogue is equipped with an auto pistol and commune staff, which is going to be a strength user minus 1 AP damage D3 weapon. The Mind Witch there is a Psyker, as you would expect. The Cult Demagogue is also a priest, so he's going to get some of the prayers to the Dark Gods, and you're going to get the Hereticus Discipline available to you for the Mind Witch as well. The Iron Arc for the Fellos as well has an aura where while the friendly Legion cultist unit was within 6 inch of the unit's Iron Arc, you add 2 to their leadership characteristic, and each time they make an attack, you can reroll hit rolls of 1. Other than that, the Faithful Flock, while the Cult Demagogue is alive and in the unit, each time a morale test is taken for this unit, the test is automatically passed as well. Now, we do have the nice blades, which are going to be equipped on the Blessed Blades. They've got their commune blades, strength user minus 3 AP, damage 2, which are pretty nice. The Blessed Blades are strength 4 as well, so that little bit stronger to hit with as well. There's some nice attacks coming out of the unit, and you know, the ability to cast both psychic powers and prayers at the same time is really cool. Now, we've then got the Cultist Mob. Now, we have to take Cultist Mobs before we start taking Accursed Cultists. It's a 1-for-1 ratio in the Force. Cultist Mobs generally will be 10 models strong. You can have your Cultist Champion, who can have a variety of different weapons. Normally, the Bolt Pistol and Combat Weapon is probably the way to go, getting that little bit of AP on his shooting. But then we've also got the options to take a Heavy Flamer, Heavy Stubber, and Cultist Grenade Launcher all in the unit. And so you can include 1 in the unit. And if this unit ever does contain 15 models, you can select each of these war gear options a second time, though they won't in boarding patrols. But if you're building to a larger force, just something to remember. You do have the options between going with either your cultist auto pistol and brutal assault weapon, or you can swap them out to be replaced with cultist firearms. Cultist firearms are rapid fire, strength 3, no AP, damage 1. For me, I just like the combat. You're playing in a boarding patrol, let's go all combat all the time. Then you're still getting your heavy weapons, which really are going to be where the damage is dealt. Now, we have then got Accursed Cultists. These are another troops option. They contain, first of all, you'll have 3 Torments and 5 Mutants within the unit. Now, the Mutants here, first of all, you've got the Mutants are equipped with Blasphemous Appendages, Strength User minus 1 AP, damage 1, and they're going to be base strength 4 with 2 attacks each. And then you've got the Hideous Mutations on those big guys, the Torments, 2d3 attacks each, Strength of User, which is strength 5, minus 2 AP, damage 2. Now, you do have a couple of auras. First of all, Fearsome. While an enemy unit is within 6 inch, they subtract 1 from their leadership. A Natural Regeneration gives you a 6-up Feel No Pain, and The destruction of mutant models is ignored for the purposes of morale tests inside this unit as well. Now, the last unit we have that's a cultist unit that we can take are the Traitor Guardsman squad. Traitor Guardsmen, I think, are really interesting. First of all, you're going to be able to bring some nice, cool combat weapons onto your sergeant. You're going to have things like a power sword, plasma pistol, and stuff like that. For up to 3 Traitor Guardsmen can have a variety of different special weapons, which is a flamer, a cultist grenade launcher, melter gun, or plasma gun, or a sniper rifle, though you can only have one sniper rifle per unit. Traitor Guardsmen can also be equipped with a Voxcaster, and the Traitor Sergeant's last pistol can be replaced with one of the following: a plasma pistol, bolt pistol, auto pistol. As I mentioned, you've got that power sword in there as well. For me, these are really fun. These are going to provide, a decent little bit of more precise sort of shooting and stuff like that. Give you a really fun unit to sort of mix and match with the rest of your cultists. Traitors, cultists, mutants, all mixed together. This is a really fun and interesting force. And so here we have our sample army list. Now, we've gone, first of all, with the Dark Commune, who is going to be leading our force. I think you're just wanting to take one of these in your force. At least it's going to give you access to a bunch of different things, and in essence can actually be a really good hammer unit for your force as well. The reason for this is that access to those psychic powers and to the prayers of the Dark Gods. Now, the prayer of the Dark God we've gone for on our cult demagogue is going to be Omen of Potency. This gives the priest an extra 3 attacks and improves the armor penetration of the melee weapons the priest is equipped with by 2. Now, this combines really nicely with the psychic power that we've chosen to go for from the Dark Hereticus discipline, which will be Diabolic Strength. This adds 2 to the strength and attack characteristics of the units, which is really cool. Super nice. You select a friendly model within there, you can make that cult demagogue really hit well above his weight, which is just super fun. And it also can work on other units you want as well. Now, the Accursed Cultists, we've got in our squad, we've got 2 units of them. We then have 2 units of cultist mobs, bolt pistols on the sergeants there, brutal close combat weapons, and including all 3 of the special weapons, the grenade launcher, the heavy stubber, and the flamer. And then we've got our Traitor Guardsman squads, which are going to be flamers, grenade launchers, and sniper rifles. We then got the Voxcaster in there, and the Traitor Sergeant with plasma pistol and power sword rounding out the force. Now, 490 points means we are 10 points under, chance we get an extra command. For me, there's a really interesting thing to pick here for the army though, and that is the Techno-Arcane Blessing. There's some really good ones. Datageist Howl means stops your opponent getting a command point turn 1. You've got Schematic Graphic Omnipotence, which at the start of the first battle range, you can make a 6-inch move with all your units. Or the Cytomet Node Infestation. At the start of the first battle range, select one objective marker. That's considered to be under your control and remains so until the end of the battle unless your opponent controls it at the end of any subsequent phase, even if there are no models from your army within range of it. This is really cool. I think all of these give you really good tactical play options with a force that's decently going to put down, quite a few models for a boarding patrol game. If you've got some ideas on how to run the cult of the Arkifane, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fantastic little community here, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. If you would like to, you can do so either by YouTube members or Patreon, or by grabbing yourself some merch at Teespring or at our Ko-fi store. All of them are linked down in the video's description. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallers, Redmine, Iron Grinch, Nicholas Colomos, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members, Green Rich Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Baroque Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weird, James Tillman, Gargamel196, and Disco. Lastly, a special thanks, first of all, to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing art for the channel, everyone who helps come and provide the games for everyone to watch on the channel as well, and indeed all our fantastic mods and members of the community who keep our Discord and comment section a fantastic place for all to be. Thank you all once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.